Dan RadioStyle. Hope everybody out there's having themselves a great day. Are you an obsessed stalker or just healthily in love? Really good question. I've had a lot of questions from people over the years, for sure, that kind of go into two different areas. I've been guilty of unhealthy love in the past, for sure. Definitely obsessive at one point, probably more than once, frankly, be honest. Probably back when I was younger, I used to do it a lot. I constantly remember my mom telling me as a young man, you don't want to seem so interested. You don't want to put yourself so out there because then they don't really have respect for you. And oddly, she was right. As much as it makes sense that you want to be straightforward and you want to tell them how you feel and you want to do all this stuff, for some reason, there's a little something to be said about the chase, right? And so sometimes that can come into play as well, right? So maybe you're not even being obsessive. Maybe you're just being overly kind, overly honest. And you will have some deleterious effects or some bad effects from that as well. But there is kind of the concept of what is healthy love. And healthy love is really when you care about the person, you wish them all the best, you are constantly thinking about them in a positive light, you give them the benefit of the doubt, you unconditionally love them, which means they don't have to do anything at all to maintain your love, to win your love. They've already got it. There's nothing they could do. In fact, even with their faults and flaws, you still look at them in this array of like a beautiful rainbows constantly bathing them, right? This is beautiful, just constant, perfect person that you love. Not perfect, because that's kind of an obscene way to look at it, but that's the concept of love, right? Love kind of puts on blinders and we don't see a lot of the other things. Where it starts getting dangerous is when we, quote, love them, but we find ourselves constantly having to text message to them. Needy stuff, right? Like, text me back. Why haven't you texted me? Da, 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 da. And you just send like constant text messages to them, like multiples a day. Maybe they're not responding to them. Maybe things aren't happening. So then you start following up with, why aren't you talking to me? Why won't you do what? And now we're totally in obsessed, we're totally in stalking, we're totally in a bad place, and you are definitely hurting your chances with this individual when you're hitting them like that. You don't want to hit people like that. And I'm going to get into a little bit more to hopefully help bridge that side of it. But just from example standpoint, a text message, hey, good morning. It's great. It was fun to talk to you yesterday. I was just thinking about you. Wanted to say hi. I saw a star shooting off in the distance and I made a wish and it just made me, I don't know, whatever. Like you could say something sweet and that's it. And love is fine at that point. Love is okay. Okay. I've sent my message. I have shared my love for the day. Hopefully they get back to me. If they don't, it really doesn't matter because I know they care. I know everything's groovy and all that. Now, if you don't know they care, berating them with text messages is not going to help show that you care. It's actually going to come across as needy, as offensive, as very direct, demanding, controlling. Like it comes across in all the wrong ways. You might mean it in all the right ways, but it's coming across in a very, very bad light. So if you're doing that kind of behavior, you are definitely shooting yourself in the foot on a regular basis, and I almost will guarantee you, you will not accomplish your manifestation if you continue to do that. SM stalking, social media stalking, Facebook stalking, Instagram stalking, Snapchat, WhatsApp, all the crazy stuff that's out there. When you're getting on there, right? Loving, let's give a good, healthy example. Oh, I see they're with their family. That's cute. Like, that's wonderful. Next person, whatever, right? But it's when you get in there and you look and you're like, let's check out their feed. Oh, who's that they're with? Oh, well, who's that person? Who are all these people that they're hanging out with? This isn't cool. And then you get in there and you make a comment like, oh, neat. Is this one of your friends? Right? Like you start making weird comments on their Instagram or on their Facebook because you're already building things up into your mind it's crazy going on or they're doing something wrong or trying to figure out what they're doing, where they're at, where they go. That is stalking behavior. That is not love. That's obsession. Obsession definitely doesn't feel like love to the other person. So you're doing thought transmissions and all this stuff. When you're coming at it from, what are they doing? Where are they at? Who are they? Why are they? Where are they? You're coming at it with such a nasty feeling. So when you pop up into their head, it's this kind of creepy, greasy, yucky feeling versus, I love you. I love you. That's the only reason I'm looking at your pictures, because I love you. There's a huge difference between just loving someone and appreciating what they've got going on in their life and not trying to interfere, not trying to change it, not trying to impact it. Again, change. A lot of people, I want to help. I want to make your life better. When you're doing that, you're implying that their life isn't good right now. You've got this thought process already in your mind that you can help them. That is kind of an obsessive thought just in and of itself. It implies that you know better for someone else. That is dangerous. True love is sitting back and saying, I love you for who you are. I accept you as you are. I'm not here to try to make your life different. I'm here to share your life with you. An enormous difference in the way those thought processes happen. So are you online? Are you stalking people? But you think you're being loving? You're not. It's not coming across that way. You are definitely hurting yourself. If you want success with this specific person, you need to stop some of this behavior. You need to stop this obsessiveness. You need to stop feeling that I have to have them no matter what. That is not love. That is what you're sending. You're sending this thought transmission of desperation, of not a good, loving feeling, but one that is actually the opposite. What about watching people from afar? I've actually seen people do this, and it's creepy. It is definitely borderline against the law. Well, it probably is against the law, I'm sure. Stalking, I think, is against the law. But if you're not necessarily communicating, right, there's a lot of little distinguishing things that can happen in there. In fact, my little brother did something similar to this once, and I was just so dumbfounded by him. And anyway, we had a nice long chat, let me just say. But that being said, watching someone from afar, you think, now it's not that they've just walked into like you work together, right? And you're in the cafeteria or the break room or whatever, and they walk in and get a cup of coffee, and you're just kind of staring at them, and they don't realize you're doing it, but you're just, appreciating them, or maybe checking out their fine assets, or whatever, right? None of these things are necessarily appropriate. You don't want to get caught doing that as a man. Just saying, all of us guys know that, right? That's that whole, I'm up here. But that being said, if you're doing that kind of thing, that's not unhealthy. I mean, again, maybe gawking at them, staring at them, that can be borderline, for sure it can be bad. So if they're not interested in you and you get caught staring at them, that's not going to go over well. But if they, if there's a little flirty going on and they happen to catch you staring at their backside, probably not hurting you in the big picture. What I'm talking about is when you drive to their house, when you drive to their city, when you drive to some location that you know they're going to be at, and you want to see what's going on from afar. You don't want them to see you, but you want to see them. That's stalking. That is illegal. That is bad. That is also sending a thought transmission of murky, cloudy, yucky. That's not what you want. If you truly love somebody, if you truly want to be with them, then open yourself up to being with them. Open yourself up to sharing your life with them. Law of attraction techniques will make you feel good to the other person. That's what it's intended to do. You cannot, and let me repeat, and this is something that's very true. I don't care what you've read, okay? I don't care what you've read. If it disagrees with this, I'm sorry. Please reread it. Please go back to that source. You probably misunderstood. But if you're coming across as obsessive, stalky, any of these things, and you think that you can law of attraction your way into it, meaning force them to choose you because your law of attraction skills are so strong and that your abilities to send that energy to them is so strong that you will win in the end and they will, like a zombie, turn to you and come to you. That won't happen. Their choice always trumps yours. Always. 100% of the time. Free will. It's a law that exists. You are not allowed to break it. And if you spend any amounts of effort trying to break it, it will reflect back on you and it will bite you back. What you're sending out comes back. If what you're sending on a thought transmission or what you're sending on trying to do the imaginal work, as Goddard says, can be rejected. When it's rejected, it's sent back onto the sender. So if what you're sending is not a good example, if what you're sending is not good love, if what you're sending is obsessive, is stalky, is needy, you are pushing them away. You are guaranteeing your failure in attracting them to you. Now, a lot of you guys right off the bat are going to be like, well, then what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Doing the obsessive things is not letting them know you care. Doing the obsessive things is not something that's going to keep you in their mind, right? Some of us are like, well, if I don't text her 14 times a day, she might forget about me. Let me tell you this. If you're texting her 14 times a day, the fact that you're in her mind is in a bad way. It's in a bad way. And every time that 13th text comes and then that 14th text comes, she's cringing or he's cringing because you did it again. How do you do what I love? Like I gave an example earlier. Send them, hey, I was just thinking of you. I hope you have a great day. Just thinking about you. Boom, send, done. Done. Don't need anything back. And if I don't get anything back, I'm not texting. I'm going, why didn't you respond back? Why didn't you look at the email? Why haven't you read my text? Ba, 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 ba. Don't do that ever. Ever. Don't get on their Instagram and send weird comments because you're trying to figure out what's up or you're trying to let them know, hey, I know what you're up to. Don't do that. That's shooting yourself in the foot over and over. That's all this stuff is damaging and dangerous. Love does not do that. The final thing I want to say to help anybody, all of us really, understand what's so important about this. Why am I hounding on this? Why does it matter? It does matter. If it was you, that you're just minding your business, you're doing your best to make your life a better place, trying to improve yourself, right? And you're at work or whatever, and maybe there's this guy, right? And you notice him every once in a while and he smiles, it's great, and it's cool. And you talk one day in the break room, and then, you know, he asks for your phone number, and you're like, yeah, okay, what the hell? Like, right, it's harmless enough. Give him my phone number. Bam! Immediately starts blowing up your phone on a daily basis. Starts talking about how much he likes you. Starts talking about all these things he wants to do with you, which probably you're figuring the next steps are, you know, putting me locking me up in your basement, carving me up in pieces, shipping me to different people in my family. Like, right, like you start panicking because this person's freaking you out. If they had the ability to force themselves on you and choose you without your ability to resist that, how would you feel? You've got this unhealthy person that is trying desperately to be with you. You've got Jeffrey Dahmer coming after you, trying to be your boyfriend, and every spider sense that you got in your stomach and your chest and your brain is freaking out. There's flags flying everywhere. It's like a bad football game or a bad soccer game where everybody and their mother's getting carded, right? All of those red flags are going off, and then you, as a person, thank God, can say, whoa, crazy guy, I should never have given him my phone number. In fact, I'm going to actually look at maybe changing my number now, right? Versus you're that crazy person that's trying to get her, and you're just like, I just love this girl. I love her so much. I think about her constantly. I get that. I get you love her, but your behavior is stalking, which means your love is not really love. It's obsession. She's an object. He's an object, and you want that object. That's obsession. It's no longer a person. It's no longer another soul, another human being, another person with a heart and family and feelings and emotions. It's something that I have to have. It's something that I have to conquer. That is in the line of obsession. That is super unhealthy. That will never work with law of attraction. If you're doing these behaviors, that is why you are not getting your SP. Stop. The reasons for why you're doing it, it could be self-love issues. There's always that. You actually could be a dangerous person. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying you could be. You could be a freaking stalker, right? You could have some imbalance issues. Maybe you had issues with, when you were growing up where your parents just never gave you love and you never really felt like you did anything right. So that's all you're looking for is someone to say, yay, you did a good job. And so they seem like someone that might give that to you. So you're just on them. Again, there's some weird thing that's possibly missing in your own life. Let's look at that. Let's see what that is. Let's embrace that. But more importantly, let's see if we can love this person the way they deserve to be loved, the way that I know you can love them. Let's see if we can step back away from some of these stalking behaviors and maybe just appreciate them. Try that. Maybe instead of going through 15 pictures that they've posted on their Facebook. Maybe you quickly scroll, grab one you like, say, oh, that's a great picture, thanks, and close it or go on to your other friends. Don't let it get further than that. Don't keep going. First off, we always say don't look on social media if you're having issues, if you're having questions, if you're having problems. Don't, all right? You're going to make it worse, so don't. But that being said, make sure these text message issues don't pop up. I hear so many questions around text messages, it baffles my mind. If someone doesn't respond back, they're probably busy. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Assume they're probably busy. If they don't want to talk to you right now, texting them again is making it worse. If they don't want to talk, give them a couple days, then maybe send them a nice text. See what happens. Ease into it. Don't just barrage them with all sorts of text messages and figure one of them's going to sneak through their defenses and they'll respond back and say, I hate you. Like, what else are they going to do? Chill, chillax, step back, relax, pump the brakes, slow your roll, whatever you got to say. Do it. Do it now. It's very important to do that. Hopefully this helps. I've been obsessive before in the past, and I definitely didn't get those people. And I learned how to love properly. And through that process, I've actually managed to accomplish some wonderful relationships and be with some great people. And certainly is a big part of the success I'm experiencing right now in my life. Keep working that way. Keep working towards that. Keep understanding that it's really a relationship and it's energetics. There's no, I'm more powerful than you. No. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. If that's what's in your brain, I can do this because I believe stronger than them, because I am stronger than them. If you're thinking any of those thoughts, no, you're wrong. It's being reflected back on you. Probably why things don't seem to work, right? Stop that. Stop sending out trash, and the trash will stop coming back. That's one of the biggest gifts that you can try to give yourself. Remember, what we do today affects our tomorrow. If you're shooting out 14 text messages at this person because they won't respond to you, the 15th one is not going to help you. Remember that. Stay on Radio Style. If you guys like, please subscribe, please share, please comment below. If you've got show topics you'd love to hear me talk about, please throw those comments in the comments below. I guess that's redundant, but either way. And if you want to subscribe, click my face, do the little bell icon next to it, and that'll bling every time I put out a video. It will let you know, and you could be one of the first to possibly hop on and see the newest video from Dan Radio Style. Who knows? Are you an obsessed stalker? Or are you just in love? Hopefully, this makes a difference for all of you. Thanks so much, guys. We'll talk soon.